What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel in a very odd random spot. But today's video is going to be a quick little update on the F150. So maybe not all that much action, but definitely some information that you guys have been waiting for. I know that because I get so many questions about that truck. It's currently down in Florida, as we all know, at VMP Performance. But before we do that, I just wanted to talk about the AMG here real quick. I wasn't going to make a video about this because it's not really much to make a video about. The other day I went to Auto Illusions and I got my front windshield tinted. I mean, nothing special, it's 50%. I just feel like it's gonna make better for photos, stuff like that. But while I was there, the tint guy, he asked me a question. He's like, have you ever thought about doing this? And I have thought about it, and I've gotten tons of people requesting me to do this on the AMG, but I've never done it because I don't really like the look, but I ended up doing it anyhow. So I'm gonna show you guys here. Yep, we ended up tinting the tail lights as well. And the reason why I've never really wanted to do this is because of this look right here. It's just very, very dark, very black. And I still don't know if I like it. I mean, I spent $100 on doing this, and it's a catch-22 because, again, I don't really like this blacked out look when it's just sitting like that. But when the taillights are illuminated, it looks absolutely awesome. I mean, I love the look. The taillights, in my opinion, are very good looking taillights. They're a classy look. There's like 4 LED stripes, or it's actually 2, and they go together into 2 and then another one there. So it looks like it's just 4 LED strips. So the catch-22 is that I love the way it looks once the taillights are on, and preferably a little darker outside. But I don't like it when the taillights are off, like they are right now. So basically, I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. It was very unplanned. This is not a mod video of the AMG because I've already announced that mods are over for this car right here. I'm done with it the way it is, and if I decide to keep it, I'm not going to be doing much with it anyhow. And if I decide to sell it or trade it in, it is what it is. Now, yesterday when this was being done, I recorded a quick little video on my phone so you guys can see, you know, the difference between no tint and tint. And again, it looks absolutely awesome when the taillights are illuminated, but when they're not, that's where I'm unsure. So yeah, guys, I mean, give me your input here. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment down below if you like it or not. So I want to see what people think. I mean, of course, it goes with the blacked out look of the car. It's just dark, it's black. And when the sun is, you know, bright on this tint here, it doesn't look as dark. What I also could have done was choose a lighter tint. This is 20% right here. And yeah, I guess the car is even more illegal now. But yeah, what do you guys think? Leave your suggestions down below. But now we're gonna hop in the car, go back home, and then we're gonna do a little update on the F-150. Yeah, big difference from being on and not on. Alright, so we're back at the garage here. I'm sorry if it's a little echoey. There's a lot of noise outside, so I can't have the garage door open. But if you possibly don't know what happened to the F-150, I'll link that video down in the description here. But basically, it just died on me one day. And I've had it sent down to my friends at VMP, where the truck got supercharged. And they've started working on it, and I've just gotten like sporadic updates here and there, and I thought I'd give those updates to you guys so you know what's going on as well. So I'm gonna pull up his text here. So first off, and this is good news, the crank gear and the oil pump gears are fine. So they checked that. It's not like the engine's blown or anything like that. But they've taken everything apart, as you guys can see from this short little video. And what they know so far is that the engine seems to be out of time, And then upon further inspection, it looked like one of the facers were stuck. So what they're gonna do is replace all 4 cam facers. And then what they want to do is do a compression test. This is the info that I got last night. It's currently weekend, it's Saturday today. Because the important thing to find out here is if we have any bent valves. Because if we have bent valves, it's going to be a whole lot more work. Hopefully we don't have any bent valves. So hopefully it was just a cam facer and that the engine was out of timing. But I won't know if, you know, there is a bent valve until early next week, possibly Monday. And hopefully there is no bent valve. I'm really hoping for that. Just cross your fingers for me, guys. And if it isn't, hopefully I can get down to Florida by, I don't know, end of next week or something like that. Pick the truck up and drive it back home. But while the engine is apart and they're doing all this work, they are going to put new billet oil pump gears and crank gears in there as well, and just have that done, although there was nothing wrong with the current ones. When you have a supercharged truck, it's definitely not a bad thing to upgrade your oil pump gears. So I know that this video wasn't like, you know, very action filled and tons of information, but at least you know what's going on with the F-150, because that's the one vehicle out of all my vehicles that I get the most questions about. And obviously because it is down and out right now, it's not running, so you know what I know. I wish I had more information for you right now, but I don't. And currently there's nothing catastrophic, which is good. You know, it's not like the oil pump gears were shot and the engine's blown. I'm just, you know, again, hoping that there's no bent valves, and the issue was just pretty much the cam facer, and that the engine was out of timing, because that's easier fixed than, you know, bent valves and blown engine. And like I've said 100 times, I mean, I want the truck to be up and running, especially when it's nice weather outside. You know, push it a little bit. I didn't get the Supercharger to have this drag racing truck and, you know, go drag racing every other weekend and stuff like that. But, you know, I do want to utilize it. And I haven't really been able to do that while it's been winter and, you know, no traction and all that stuff. So I really want to get my truck back. And as fun as it is to daily drive my AMG, that's, you know, I'd rather daily drive my truck and drive the AMG every now and then. So I just want this thing to come back home, and I can't wait to fly down to Florida and pick it up and drive it back home, just like I did last time, where I drove down there, got the Supercharger, and drove it back home. So, man, it's a beautiful day. Absolutely gorgeous, and a lot more quiet outside now as well, so I could open that garage door again. But before we end today's video, I wanted to give another update. A lot of you guys have actually been asking me how my dad is doing, and I really appreciate your guys' concern regarding, you know, my dad's health and everything. If you follow the channel, you might remember that at the end of last year, well, it was actually around October, my dad had a stroke, which was a pretty big thing for, you know, me personally, of course, and the whole family, because my dad has always been like the picture of health. You know, he's always just, you know, stayed very active. He doesn't drink, stuff like that. He was an athlete when he was younger. He, you know, works out a lot, takes long walks and stuff like that. And then he has a stroke. So it was very, I mean, I don't know what word you put on that really, but it was just kind of like, if that happens to him, it can happen to anyone. That's the feeling that I got. I'm not trying to be all downer and stuff here now, but so he had a stroke. The right side of his brain is where it happened, so that affects the left side of the body. So he couldn't walk. He sat in a wheelchair for many weeks. And his left arm, he can't use his left arm. So many times when people have strokes, what I've learned is that it's people that, you know, are determined, pretty much get the side of their brain that had the stroke working again, because it's the brain that doesn't like understand until, in my dad's case, his left arm to, like, you know, go up and down and stuff. And my dad is a fighter, you know, he has the right mindset, he has very strong faith, and I'm happy to announce that he's doing a whole lot better. While he's not 100%, and, you know, his left arm is still the main struggle. As you can see in this video here, he can now lift it and itch himself on his chin, although it's still very tough for him to do that, because there's so much effort needed for something simple like that, to lift your left arm when you've had a stroke. So, you know, puts everything in perspective and how grateful I am to be able to stand here and babble and move my arms all the time to you guys. And he's also up and walking. He can walk without a cane, but he walks a whole lot faster when he's walking with a cane, as you guys can see here. My mom and him, they go for walks and stuff like that, and she actually has to catch up to him. So that's a quick little update as well on my dad's health and, you know, how he's coming along. And again, I appreciate everyone's concern and, you know, sending well wishes to my dad. So yeah, a lot of updates in today's video, without a doubt. You know, update on the F-150, my dad, and all of a sudden we had this surprise mod on the, I don't know, mod, but you know, we tinted the taillights on the AMG, which again, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this. My issue has kind of been that, you know, it's still a Mercedes. I don't want it to look like riced out, you know, with black taillights and stuff like that, but I mean, I like it, especially when they're illuminated. I've mentioned this 5 million times already, but yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it's just tint. I could just peel that off and then it's $100 down the drain, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't want to babble anymore in this video. It's just been me babbling the whole video. So if you still enjoyed it though, give it a thumbs up. If you're stopping by for the first time and you haven't already and you want to, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.